Okay. Associated with durability was reliability. The gun simply functioned. Even if very dirty, as in the battlefields of Europe or in Asia, it still continued to function. So in essence, it was almost the perfect weapon, but not perfect. Now, what was the bad thing about this machine gun? What made it good also made it bad. It was made of steel, very good. The steel construction also made it very, very heavy. As previously mentioned, this machine gun, the gun alone is 32 pounds. The tripod was another 24 pounds. Now, in the fast-flowing tactics of modern warfare, the ability to shoot full automatic weapons on the move is very critical. And then, dragging around a 32-pound weapon, especially when attacking, is just not conducive to operator survivability and operator accuracy. And that is why this was technically made obsolete by the development of the Germans of their MG42, MG34 and MG42 machine guns, which were so much more better designed than this, which we will talk about later. Okay, so basically the bad thing about the Browning 1919 machine gun, this one, is that it was just too heavy. It was just too heavy. Somebody needed to carry the gun, somebody else needed to carry the tripod. A later version of this is the M1919A4, no? The A6 version was when the Americans attempted to turn this into a more modern machine gun by putting a buttstock. Instead of succeeding, it made it even worse in that instead of the 32 pounds, it now became 38 pounds with everything, no? All the attempts at improvement. So basically, it was made obsolete by the end of World War II. However, until now, it is still one of the substitute main machine guns of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. It is usually issued to the second line and rear echelon units and CAFGO units. And it still functions very well. Now, this machine gun uses the 3006 cartridge, okay, otherwise known as 30 caliber M2 ball. M2 ball, M2 tracer, whatever. As you can see in this cartridge, in this ammunition, you will have ammunition in ordinary colors and ammunition with colored tips. Okay, the ones without colors and the tips are called ball ammunition, made basically of either copper or steel jacket and a lead core. This one, the one with the orange tips, are tracer bullets. They have a tracing compound located in the butt of the bullet that allows it to flash, especially at night. You can see that. I'm sure you have seen war movies wherein you can see it's as if there's a laser bolt, no, flying through the night sky. Those are tracer bullets. Now you can see that there is also a distribution, no, 4 ball rounds per tracer bullet. Okay, that is why the reason why it is designed like this is to allow the gunner to see where his bullets are impacting at night. Since it would not be cost effective to put all tracer bullets here, no? Okay, tracer bullets have lesser penetrating capability than ball because it's lighter. So they put 1 tracer for every 4 ball. So bali, 1 in 4. They call it a 1 in 4 distribution. Now, as you can see, the cartridges are held together by these things called feed links. No, it's called links. These allow the bullets to be held in a continuous fashion called a belt, and then it allows it to be fed here. Now, Browning ammunition, 30 caliber ammunition, is usually held like this in 100 round belts and then has a feed extender. It allows you to lift the feed ramp, hold on here and put it down there. Again, we will not load it properly because it's for safety purposes. However, so be it that enough to show you that the cartridge is inserted here and then the bolt is closed. When it's closed, you snap it, pull the bolt, it's ready to fire. Okay, there. Okay, let's have some close-ups of this weapon. Obviously, this is the barrel, and this steel jacket you see here with holes are to enable the gunner to lift the machine gun if needed in an attack situation. This is the front sight. Again, typical of Browning design. The front sight is attached to the receiver, not a barrel. The rear sight. This is the latch that opens. You slap on this portion here so that you can lift the feed cover. This is called the feed cover. Inside is the bolt, and the bolt is activated by, Julius will illustrate, there. Okay. Now that cocks the weapon, since this is a closed bolt weapon, not an open bolt, not like modern machine guns with an open bolt. This one is closed bolt. That has made the weapon, if there was ammunition, it would be made ready to fire. And then, as you can see here, it has a pistol grip and the trigger. To fire it, you hold, Julius, illustrate, and then press. There. Okay. Now, this funny thing you see underneath is called the traverse and elevation mechanism. This allows the machine gun to be fired fairly accurately by inserting part of it into the tripod there, and then using the mechanism to move the weapon. Now, this weapon is designed to be used this way. The strong hand holds on to the pistol grip and activates the trigger to fire it, and the other hand uses it to move the weapon around. Now, this weapon seems to lack the cranks, no? This is supposed to have cranks wherein you can minutely adjust the elevation and traverse of your weapon. Here, it limits the traverse up of the weapon to something like around maybe 60 degrees of traverse. Okay, so you can set your limit of your fields of fire with this. And then if you want the barrel to go up or down in a controlled fashion, you can turn it, you can manipulate it here. This is the elevation knob. This one is the traverse knob. There. Okay, this one is the elevation knob. Okay, so it gets pretty complicated. Anyway, that's the way things were done before. Okay, the ammunition feeds on the left side. Typical again of Browning designs. Feeds on the left side. And then here on the right side is where these links eject, and then the empties come out from the underneath. Okay, now, so much for this weapon. Before we go to the next machine gun, we'll talk about who still uses this. Again, as previously mentioned, this is a secondary standard, a substitute standard weapon already. Actually retirable. However, due to the need for weapons of our armed forces, we still use this, usually in fortified camps and CAFGO units. And it still gives good service. So before we go to the next machine gun, I would like to say were I a soldier and I have a good functioning version of this, I would not mind still using it, as long as I had friends to carry the gun around.